What is one thing that you love talking about? Something that you value talking about, something that is important to you, something that is useful to you, and you love having conversations about it. Not a sales conversation, not a high-ticket sales conversation, nothing about your coaching business, just something about life that you really love talking about, okay? Drop in the comments below. And when was the last time that you had a conversation about that thing? When was the last time you had a conversation about that thing? And I want you to hold that space. I want you to hold that space in the comments, and I'll get back to that. Hello, beautiful, and welcome to Asking for the Sale in the Prosperous One. In the last video, we talked about the art of high-ticket sales conversations, embodying high-ticket sales conversations. So we move away from microwaving sales. We move away from Amazon priming sales conversations so that high-ticket coaching clients, premium coaching clients can raise their hand and say, how do I work with you? When they find your podcast, when they read your email, when they see your video, they say, oh my gosh, where's she been all my life? She sees me. How does she know this thing? So that they raise their hand and ask how to pay you. And they say, shut up and take my money. That's the sales strategy, the sales system, the sales journey, the sales experience that we want to continue to build on so that we make buying fun for premium coaching clients, for high-ticket coaching clients, for high-end coaching clients, clients who invest $1 million, $100,000, $50,000. So we'll make buying fun for even the people that invest $5. So buying is fun again. So why did I ask you about the thing that you love talking about? A couple of weeks ago, I ran into my college roommate at the farmer's market, and she was buying fresh eggs. And I said, oh, that is a lot of fresh eggs. And she said, yeah, I love eggs. I love boiled eggs. I'm going home to boil them. And I said, okay, I was interested. I said, well, what about eggs makes them so interesting, especially boiled eggs? And she said, Mimi, when my mom was alive, every Thanksgiving, we boiled hundreds of eggs and took them to all the shelters all over town to feed the homeless people. And eggs are one of the easiest things you can donate to feed people who are hungry. And I thought, oh, wow. And then she told me how old she was when she started doing that, and I said to her, how long do you boil these eggs for? What kind of pot do you use? How many eggs in the pot? Like, what is going on? Tell me more about these eggs. And she was so excited. And as I was talking to her, I didn't realize it, but I put my phone in my bag and I was looking at her and I was just talking to her. And she was coming closer and closer towards me, and she was telling me about the eggs. And then she was telling me about how you peel boiled eggs. I didn't know there was a way to peel the boiled eggs. And then she was telling me how long you put the boiled eggs in cold water for before you peel them, and all of these things, and which hostels take boiled eggs with a peel on them, which ones you have to peel before you bring to the homeless shelter, all these things. And then in the middle of the conversation, she stopped and looked at me and goes, Mimi, why are you so into boiled eggs right now? Why are you asking me all these questions? Why do you care about boiled eggs? Since when do you care about boiled eggs? And I said, oh, the funny thing is, it's not that I care about boiled eggs, but you've made me care about boiled eggs. You've made me inquisitive, and now I'm learning so much, I don't want to stop. It's so exciting. And she goes, I know, right? And she said, for the first time, I don't feel stupid or crazy talking about boiled eggs. I feel like you know what I'm talking about. You get me. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's high-ticket sales. You get me messaging. And I'll get back to this one. I ran into another friend, and she was telling me about her 2 kids and her girls and what they were up to. And she said something, and I said, oh my gosh, I know, we do that too. And she said, Mimi, stop interrupting me. Can I just say this? It was such a different experience. She did not feel seen. She did not feel heard. She felt like I was talking over her, trying to respond and get my own experience in the middle of her own experience and invalidating her entire experience. The thing that she was excited about her kids. And I wanted to talk about my kid, so I was interrupting her. And that was a humbling moment for me, okay? Because I realized, again, in high-ticket sales, this is what we do with our messaging. We interrupt our clients. And we'll punch them in the eyes because we're trying to overcome the objections on our sales page, in our messaging, during the sales conversation, so we're not really listening to them. Today, in this video, I want to talk about the most underrated skill that supports clients to invest in $1 million coaching offer. The most underrated skill that supports clients to say yes to the sale. The best way to sell $1 million coaching offer, any premium coaching offer, any high value, God-led premium coaching offer. What is that skill? It's listening. I want to know the last time you had the conversation about the thing that you care about. How was it? Was it the, oh my gosh, they see me, they hear me, I can't stop talking about this? Or was it, stop interrupting me, you're not even listening to me? When it comes to listening, we all have different experiences with that. And we bring those experiences into high-ticket sales conversations. I've listened to over 250 high-ticket sales conversations. And when I listen, I don't listen for the thing that's being said. I listen for how the things are being said and what is not being said and what wasn't asked and could have been asked. And what could have been said but was left to linger in the air. And one of the things I say is, listening comes in different parts. When you listen with an open heart, with curiosity, with exploration, with supporting someone to make a decision for themselves, a decision that has nothing to do with your bank account or your offer or your sale, that is empathetic listening. It's listening to see what people are feeling. It's open heart body language listening to see what they're up to, what they're doing. What is this thing they say they want? Because you and I both know that the thing that people come into a coaching call for, a sales conversation for, is not what they want. Okay? People come into a sales conversation, no matter who they are, how much money they've made, how much education they have, they come into the sales conversation because they have a horse and they think they want a faster horse. That's why they come into the sales conversation. And 99% of mainstream coaching, 99% of mainstream high-ticket sales and mainstream offers is giving the client a faster horse. Sure, let me give you the template for the faster horse. Let me show you how to make the faster horse. Let me show you the script for the faster horse. No. The client does not want a faster horse. The client just knows what they know. And you as the coach with all the experience know that this bespoke experience, it's not just going to get you the faster horse or the faster car or the faster train or the faster truck. It's going to get you the private jet plane. That's what it's going to get you. So you expand with curiosity and exploration the outcome or result they want. So they see for the first time how that $1 million, that $100,000 coaching offer is a drop in the bucket for the thing they're getting. They thought they were coming in for a faster horse. And they're leaving with a jet plane. Imagine that. So this is why I always say, we don't Amazon Prime sales conversations. We don't microwave sales conversations. We don't stop doing sales conversations for high-ticket coaching offers or premium coaching offers because we don't give clients faster horses. That's a level 1 high-ticket sales situation. And we want to go to level 7. And if you've watched the videos on this channel, you know there's 7 levels of offers and 7 levels of sales conversations. So you want the level 7 sales conversation that is not a faster horse or car or train or bus or bicycle, but it's a jet plane. And that exponential expansion is what your client is walking into. And for the first time in her life, she feels like somebody sees her, understands her, somebody knows better than she does, even though you don't. Somebody knows better than she does the thing that she wants. She does not want to lose the weight to fit into her, her skinny white jeans. No. She wants her husband to look at her the way he did on their wedding night. That's what she wants. And whether or not she loses the weight is irrelevant because what she really wants is for him to always look at her that way. And the weight, that's nothing. She can choose to lose that if she wants. So we don't immediately give her the diet or the thing that's going to make her lose the weight because it has nothing to do with the weight. And this is why we embody curiosity, we embody empathy, and we listen for the things they're not saying. We listen, we hear the things that are not being said, and then we ask a question based on that. We ask a question based on what was said. We ask a question. One of my favorite questions is, what are you not telling me? What are you not saying? What are you not saying that I need to know? And this is where some clients, potential clients, will break down and start crying. How do you know? Because we all do it. We all do it. And when I look at messaging, for 90% of clients who come to the Prosperous Room, when I look at their messaging for high-ticket sales, I realize there is no empathy You come straight to selling. You come straight to selling. You come straight to look at what I have and you're an idiot. It's so good and you're stupid if you don't buy it. That's what you come to. You don't care that God just put this amazing human being in front of you. Out of all the 7 billion plus people in the world, this one person is in front of you right now with all the gifts that God has given her, all the dreams that God has given her, tied to the gifts and the divinity that God has put inside of you. And how can you wrap that divinity up for this one person in front of you so you get to know her, understand her, and see what she's about before you see whether she has an issue that you can support her with? And then if you can, package that into the private jet for her. Not an expensive thing, not luxury thing, but an experience that ties to the thing that God has for her. Not a piecemeal level 1 offer so she can climb to level 2 and then get into a 75K, then you get into your high-end mastermind. Just give her the baby already. Just give her the baby already. She wants to be pregnant with a baby. Give it to her now. Give her the $1 million offer. Don't piecemeal it for her. That is not empathy. That is not listening. When you're messaging, are you looking to respond? You know that second conversation I had with my other friend where I was interrupting her when she was talking about her kid? We do that a lot. And I used to do that a lot when I was in court all the time. I was jump up and go, objection, objection in my trials because I was listening just to respond. I wasn't listening with my heart. I wasn't listening with my eyes. I wasn't listening with my body. It didn't matter to me what the prosecutor was saying. I just wanted to object. It didn't matter to me when I was a prosecutor. It didn't matter what the defense attorney was saying. I just wanted to object. I just wanted to listen to object for my client to win. That's it. Where are you responding before you even listen? Or you listen with just enough facts so you can say, well, I know exactly what you need. No, you don't. With all due respect, you don't. Listen. Listen so that she knows that she matters. Leave everything behind and focus exclusively on her. No scripts. Burn the scripts. Kill the scripts. Burn the scripts. Don't take them into the new year with you. Don't look at the scripts. Ask the better questions that support her to respond in a way that allows you to hear the things that she's not saying, to hear what she's hiding from you, to hear the thing that she's hiding from herself. It's not about the skinny jeans. To hear the thing that she thinks is the thing, so that you can reflect what she says to her, ask the clarifying question, and invite her to tell you more. If she hasn't told you more, don't accept the check for the $1 million. Even if she can afford to pay you, she's not your client until she tells you more. Because the 11th more is going to unravel the reason why she's talking to you in the first place. The reason why she's here. It's going to unravel the thing that God has put in her heart. It's wrapped up in 11 layers of tell me more. This is asking for the sales, for high-ticket sales for women. It's giving the clients our undivided attention, solid eye contact, so they know I am here with you. And you know, like my friend, when I asked her those questions, follow up, nobody's ever asked her questions about boiled eggs. She was suspicious. She said, why do you care? Because for your client in that chair, this is the first time anybody gives that much of a damn about the thing that is most important to her, that is valuable to her, and the thing that she cares about the most, which is why she's here and willing and ready to be resourceful, to invest in this outcome, to work with you. And listen with an open mind, not judgment, not condemnation, not I know how to fix that, because you don't. But the Holy Spirit will guide you and give you what you need to support her to co-create. There's nothing to fix because she's not broken. She's complete and whole the way she is. She doesn't even need to lose the weight. She needs to work on her own mindset so she can love herself enough so her husband falls back in love with that woman that he married. That's all that is. And if she wants to lose the weight, that's just icing on the cake. So here's the thing. One of the things I say to clients is, are you following along? When I watch these sales calls, I say to my client, where did you stop following along on those calls? Where did you stop asking the questions? Where did you stop and just wait in your mind for the time when you said the investment to work with me is $1 million? Where did you stop? Where did you stop asking the clarifying questions? When you ask clarifying questions, potential clients get really excited about a thing. Oh my gosh, how do you peel the boiled egg? Let me tell you, this is how you peel the boiled egg. Oh my God, you just do this and you do that, and then you put it in the water, and then you take it out, and then you rub salt on it. Okay. It's a lot about boiled eggs. When you ask the clarifying questions, you dig 13 layers underneath the tell me more. Because now they really, for the first time, get to hear themselves speak. I always say this, your application page for your sales page has an application page to work with you, because you don't work with everyone, right? You're not for everyone. When they get on that page, that is level 1 to 3 high-ticket sales conversations. When they answer those questions, that should put them in a frame of mind of thinking about what they really want. Do they still want it? Why they want it? Why it's valuable to them? Why it's important to them? Your high-ticket sales page is not a page that says, oh, tell me your objections. Tell me your top 3 challenges. No. Let them tell you what they really love. If it's your health coach with, helping women with their body issues, what do they love most about their body? How much joy does that body bring to them? What do they dislike the most, and why? How do they celebrate themselves? Ask questions that support the client to get out of her own head. See, high-ticket sales is not just the conversation. It's the offer that you build. It's the gifts that you midwife and put in that offer. It's the messaging. It's the application to work with you when they're on that page for the first time. It's like they're naked and looking in the mirror. And your application questions are a reflection of who God says they are for the first time after the messaging. For the second time, because the first time was in your messaging when they remembered who they are. For the second time, they see who God sees. And they say, you know what? I want this. This is what I want. And I want to work with her because she's going to go deeper than I ever have. I don't even know what I want at this point. But these questions have opened up a can of worms in my head, in my heart, where I can not go deeper. This is where they raise their hands and they say, I want to work with you, not because you have the most money, not because you made 7 figures in 7 minutes. Please, that is the least exciting thing. That is the least interesting thing about you and your business, is how much money you've made. The clients care about their hearts and what God has put in their hearts. And what God put in their hearts has nothing to do with what you put in your bank account or how much money you made last month or last week or last year. So this is not about high ticket months, high income months, or making 7 figures. No, this is just about being present with this one person that out of 7 billion people is in front of you right now. How amazing, how grateful are you that you get to talk to one of God's children and learn all about them. The things that they don't even tell their therapist, they're about to tell you because of the questions that you ask and because you're listening. You're listening. It's the most underrated skill that we have. Active listening. I'm going to do a video about active listening as part of this Asking for the Sales series. But for now, I just really wanted to drop down into your heart, for us to drop down into our hearts together and see that when we come with curiosity, with exploration, we don't interrupt. We allow people to share their hearts. They put a smile on their own faces. They trust themselves more. And it gives them the power to say yes or no in the most bold and powerful way to themselves, because they realize, do I really want this? Does it serve where I am in my life right now, where God is taking me? It should always serve them before it serves your bank account, because the clients that God put here for you are already here for you. You don't need to chase the people that don't need to work with you. That's the power of serving deeper with $1 million coaching offer or $100K coaching offer. It's critically paying attention to what people are saying and not saying. And listening in a way that supports them to feel valued, feel seen, feel heard, and empowers them to trust themselves to say yes or no to the offer. Let me know how this lands for you.